Hello my friends, Gabriel here, you're watching Gabo HD, and today, or better said tonight, we're gonna talk about the LG G4. This is not my full review, this is mainly a first impressions video if you want. I've been using the LG G4 for a couple of days, almost 1 week, so it's time for me to make a video about what I think after a couple of days. And I have to say that I really like the device. First of all, not a very big fan of the design of, or if you want the design choices that LG made with this device. I don't really like the fact that the edges are a bit rounded. I don't know, they feel very strange in the hand, and after prolonged periods of usage, the device gets somewhat uncomfortable to hold. Also, the corners, although they are rounded, they tend to really bother my hand, as I said, after long periods of usage. But these are some of the things that I don't like. Let's talk about some specs. We have a 5.5 Quad HD Quantum IPS LCD. This is a new technology that LG invented, or if you want, patented for this mobile device. It's an excellent screen, in my honest opinion. It's one of the best screens that I ever had on any device. I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube where people were complaining about the fact that this screen has, let's say, a very cold temperature. I don't get it. The colors are amazing, the viewing angles, the brightness of the display, the sunlight legibility. Overall, this is one of the best displays on the market, and one of the best that I ever used on any device so far. So kudos to LG, I really like it, and compared to the LG G3, this is 100 times better. Another thing that's a lot better than the LG G3 is the CPU inside. This one runs on the Snapdragon 808, which is a hexa-core CPU clocked at 1.83 GHz with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage. Also, you have a micro SD slot, and on the front we have an 8 megapixel camera, selfie camera for those who love to take selfies, wide angle lens, and on the back we have the 16 megapixel camera with optical image stabilization, laser autofocus, and a dual LED flash. We also have the custom LG buttons, and right here we have the 1 watt loudspeaker, which I have to say it's a very good loudspeaker. It's very loud, very crisp, very clear. And to make a short comparison with the Samsung Galaxy Note 4, this loudspeaker right here simply trashes the Note 4. Also, we have, as you've already seen, the leather back cover. I have to say that I'm not a big fan. I was expecting, let's say, something incredible, but it's just a simple back cover made out of leather, which already started in the corners to peel off. So not a very big fan, considering that this back cover, if you go on LG's website, costs $65. So not a big fan of this. In terms of design and build quality, although the device is very well built, it's very well made, it doesn't squeak, it doesn't produce any strange noises, it doesn't bend, and so on. I'm not a big fan about this middle rim, which is made out of plastic instead of some metal like it was on the LG G3. Unfortunately, this somewhat takes away from the premium feeling of this device. Also, LG promotes the LG G4 as being a premium device, but when you insert this type of plastic, I don't know, it doesn't feel too premium to me. Otherwise, we're running Android Lollipop 5.1, which is running absolutely perfect on this device, strange enough, if you ask me. And if you've seen my videos, you know what I think about Lollipop 5.1. Everything is smooth, simply flies, switching between apps, opening apps, closing apps and so on is very fast, and I had no hiccups so far. I haven't noticed any lag. And in case if you're wondering, this is Go Launcher. I'm not using the stock launcher, the Optimus UI launcher. This is Go Launcher because I know that someone will ask me what launcher I use. So everything is fine. I had no random reboots, I had no crashes, I had no issues so far with the LG G4. In terms of performance and benchmarks, I'm gonna use Antutu as a reference. This device scores somewhere between 48 to 50,000 points. So it's not top of the line, mainly because of the Snapdragon 808, but it's not the worst either. And compared to the Snapdragon 808, the Snapdragon 810, I found the 808 to behave a lot better. Also, it manages battery life a lot better, and also I haven't noticed any overheating so far. So overheat is not an issue on the LG G4 compared to other devices that are running the Snapdragon 810. In terms of battery life, we have a 3000 mAh battery inside, which you can remove and exchange with another one. And so far battery life has been good to excellent, if you ask me. I usually get somewhere between 4 hours and a half and 5 hours and a half of screen on time, depending on my usage. But considering the Note 4 that has a bigger capacity battery, the LG G4, for me at least, has the same battery life, if not slightly better than the Note 4. So not an issue for those that are worried, especially considering the big disaster that the LG G3 was in terms of battery life. In terms of cameras, I won't talk too much about the selfie camera. It's an 8 megapixel wide angle lens. It takes great selfies if that's your interest. But the main camera, the 16 megapixel camera, OIS enabled with laser autofocus and an aperture of 1.8, sorry, is amazing, especially in good lighting. As you can see, these are some pictures that I took today. Let me show it on the device. Very good images, very good contrast, colors, white balance is great, noise reduction is excellent, so I had no issue so far. But unfortunately things kind of change when you take pictures in the night. As you can see, there's a lot of noise in the pictures, there are a lot of artifacts, colors are washed out, so not the best in terms of let's say nighttime photography. But I've seen worse from devices that pretend to be better. And yes, I'm talking about iPhones, I'm talking about Samsung and so on. In terms of video quality, video looks amazing, sound is good, lots of detail, everything is alright. I'm gonna post some separate videos with samples from the camera, both stills and also video. So if you're interested, you can come on my channel to see them. Basically, after a couple of days of usage, I really like this device. I don't find the LG G4 to be a sluggish device. It's actually one of the fastest that I ever used, and so far for me it's been a great experience. The only things that I don't like is, as I said, in terms of build quality, but not actually the build quality as the choices in the design language, and mainly with the sides that I would have preferred them to be, let's say, flat, if you want. Also, the corners are a bit annoying, but as I said, after prolonged periods of usage, everything else is excellent so far. I had no issues. Gaming is excellent, no problems there, no skipped frame rates and so on. And as I said, everything is fast and simply great on the LG G4. Therefore, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you didn't already, and make sure you come back to my channel to see camera samples and also my full review about the LG G4, maybe in the next coming weeks, because I'm gonna take my time to test this device as I should do with every single device that I get my hands on. This basically does it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope to hear from you in the comment section, and also to hear from you on future videos. Until then, be safe, be good. Your friend Gabriel sign out. Peace.